Namaskar, Khushro Bitiya, myself JB Dr. Pramila Kajla, Assistant Professor in Department of Physiology and Biochemistry, Faculty of Homeopathic Science from Jyoti Vidyapith Women's University. Today our topic is mammary gland. Development of mammary gland at birth. At the time of birth, mammary gland is rudimentary and consists of only a tiny nipple and few radiating ducts from it. At childhood till puberty, there is no difference in structure of mammary gland between male and female. At puberty. At the time of puberty and afterward, there is a vast change in structure of female mammary gland due to hormonal influence. The beginning of changes in mammary gland is called thelarche. It occurs at the time of puberty, just before menarche. At puberty, there is growth of duct system and formation of glandular tissue. During every sexual cycle, at the end of menstruation, at the time of menstruation, there is a slight regression, and in between the phase of menstruation, proliferative changes occur. During pregnancy, the mammary gland enlarges to a great extent, accompanied by marked changes in structure. During first half of pregnancy, the duct system will further with the appearance of many new alveoli. No milk is secreted by the glands now. During the second half, there is enormous growth of glandular tissue, and the development is completed for the production of milk just before the end of gestation period. Role of hormone in growth of mammary gland. Various hormones are involved in development and growth of breast at different stages. Estrogen, progesterone, prolactin, placental hormone, and other hormones. Estrogen, growth of ductile system. Estrogen causes growth and branching of duct system. So the normal development of duct system in breast at puberty depend upon estrogen. Progesterone, growth of glandular tissue. Development of stroma of mammary gland depend upon progesterone activity. Progesterone also stimulates the development of glandular tissue. Prolactin is necessary for milk secretion. However, it also plays important role in growth of mammary gland during pregnancy. At the time, it acts directly on mammary gland and cause proliferation of epithelial cell of alveoli. Placental hormone. Estrogen and progesterone secreted from placenta are essential for further development of mammary gland during pregnancy. Both the hormones stimulate proliferation of duct and gland cellular during pregnancy. Lactation. Lactation means synthesis, secretion, and ejection of milk. It involves two processes: milk ejection and milk secretion. Synthesis of milk by alveolar epithelium and it passes through the duct system is called milk secretion. Milk secretion occurs in two phases: initiation of milk secretion, lactogenesis; maintenance of milk secretion, galactopoiesis. Initiation of milk secretion of lactogenesis. Although small amount of milk secretion occur at later month of pregnancy, a free fall of milk occur only after delivery of child. The milk which is secreted initially before parturition is called colostrum. Colostrum is lemon yellow in color and is rich in protein and salt, but its sugar content is low. It contains almost all the component of milk except fat. Role of hormones in lactogenesis. Prolactin is responsible for lactogenesis during pregnancy, particularly in later months. Large quantity of prolactin is secreted, but the activity of this hormone is suppressed by the estrogen, progesterone secreted by placenta. Because of this, lactation is prevented during pregnancy. Immediately after delivery of baby, the expulsion of placenta, there is sudden loss of estrogen and progesterone. Now, prolactin is free to exert its action on breast and promote lactogenesis. Maintenance of milk secretion, galactopoiesis. Depend upon growth hormone, thyroxine, cortisol, which are essential for continuous supply of glucose, amino acid, fatty acid, calcium, and other substances necessary for milk production. Role of hypothalamus in galactopoiesis. Galactopoiesis occurs till 7 to 9 months after delivery of child, providing feeding the baby with mother milk. It's continue till then. In fact, the milk production is continue only if feeding the baby is continue. Suckling the nipple by baby is responsible for continuous milk production. Milk ejection. With the discharge of milk from mammary gland, it depends upon suckling exerted by baby and on contractile mechanism in breast, which expel milk from alveoli into duct. Milk ejection is a reflex phenomena. It is called milk ejection reflex or milk laid down reflex. It is a neuroendocrine reflex. This session is powered by Digital Version 2.0 Jyoti Vidyapit Women's University. I hope you are satisfied with my digital session. If you have any query, please mention in comment box. I will resolve it. Thank you.